Parliament, Honorable Mbui, is this numbers game that's playing out right now. Either side, Kenya Kwanza, Azimio, are trying to get that majority. As it stands legally, Azimio has 167, Kenya Kwanza 158. Politically, though, that number shifts to 152 and 173. And it's funny that we talk about it in those terms. But that's a reality because, you know, this is still a political space that we're playing in. But what does it mean in terms of the numbers moving forward?
Thank you, Victoria. First and foremost, I'm happy that you've used the word legal and then you've used the word political. I think it's, for me, when you talk about legal, that is the right position. When you say political, I think it's something to do with bad manners, that people are elected in a coalition fighting for the virtues and the values of that coalition. Immediately after they get into public office, they switch allegiance. I mean, to be honest, Victoria, this is a problem that started a while back. And there is a Political Parties Act that is very clear, that says that if you are elected in a political party, you must subscribe to the ideals of that political party for the period within you've been elected, which is 5 years. Now, we have seen leaders in this country, every time they are elected within the course of the period of 5 years, they switch allegiance and start campaigning and working for other political parties. And that, unfortunately, is actually illegal. The deputy president, president-elect now, was a deputy party leader of Jubilee for the last 5 years. But almost the whole 5 years he was campaigning and forming his own political outfit called UDA. Yeah. And that kind of bad manners has gone to very many leaders, because we've just come from an election. People stood on podiums and said, this is what we believe in. We are in Azimio to stay. And immediately after the elections, because of the announcement of the president-elect, people start switching allegiance. I want to say to members of parliament that the role of a member of parliament is completely delinked from the executive. And if you understand your roles, which is representation, oversight, and you know, and making law, you must then therefore understand that you don't have to join another outfit. You can still do your job within the outfit for which you are elected. Now, the numbers, as you've said, give Azimio an advantage in the House. In fact, Victoria, when the House opens, Azimio is a majority party. That is by law, and they will remain majority party. But we know that there are some people that were elected under Azimio that seem to have switched allegiance. We've seen photographs taken. I'm not 100% sure, because I've not seen any signed document. After all, some of these people did sign documents with Azimio. Right. So they cannot legally be able to move out for a period of about 3 months. So they are tied to Azimio, so that Azimio remains the majority party. You'll be surprised that, and these are the options. You know that the Supreme Court can make a ruling either way. Now, if they make a ruling that is favorable to Azimio, you will see people who are defected trooping back. I mean, and that's the bad manners we are talking about. Let people just get to serve the public from where the public elected them. Now, there is also the issue of independence, Victoria. Independence, by law, are supposed to be independent. Yeah. I mean, if you are independent, it means you do not subscribe to Azimio, neither do you subscribe to Kenya Kwanza. You will make every decision that you want to make every time independently. But they've already told us, they've shown us they are not independent. About 9 of them were bought like chicken in the market and rushed to one side. And I think that's a problem. And I want to say that I hope that going forward, this parliament is not going to be the parliament that people can be bought. And that, because if that happens, then the decisions that will come out of these leaders will not be favorable to the public that elected them.
You know, Fred,